Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off that because my other major gripe is, and maybe people are going to have contention with this, but that's fine. It is what it is. I understand there's a lot of, gay romance in The Last of
Yes.
Us, which is fine. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, I already knew about that stuff. I've played the games. I got it. That's not a big deal. But when it was translated over to TV, you can just clearly see the implementation of diversity checkboxes.
Yeah.
From episode 3, like, again, to your point, like, I don't care about, I don't really care about Bill and Frank. I mean, they were fine characters. I think it was a nice little story. It was drawn out. It's actually, I was looking up the runtimes for each episode. It's the second longest episode. And all that time is spent on two characters who ultimately don't really matter.
Spoiler alert, they die.
Yeah.
They die in the same episode.
And they take away from a really good moment, because I saw someone put a clip of it from the game between Ellie and Bill, where like Ellie's like, she goes after him with the knife and he's like, who is this little girl? Like, what are you doing, Joel? Like, that's a great, like, I would love to see that dynamic, especially with who's the guy that played Bill, like that. He's a great actor. I love him. I forget his name. Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah. To be able to see that dialogue and interaction between like Nick Offerman and Bella Ramsey, that would have been so good.
We were robbed.
You wasted it. Yeah, robbed of it.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole point of Bill, ultimately, and maybe there's some like super meta movie type stuff there, but ultimately it's give Joel his truck and get some supplies so they can get their ass on the road. And it's like we got 70 minutes of this love story that, I don't know, I really don't feel like it added anything. I feel like it took away from what is most important, because the story of The Last of Us is between Joel and Ellie, at least part 1. And so that's just one example. Another example is Sam, I think the younger brother. In the game, he's not deaf. He can talk, and he's deaf in the show. I don't really feel like that. I have nothing against deaf people, but like, I don't feel like that added anything. Like he can't talk. And I think what that robs us of is because there are nice moments in the game where Ellie and Sam are actually, they interact with you. You kind of see them be kids together, and you kind of see that in the show, but because they can't really communicate, you kind of almost are robbed of that. And towards the end, they have the nice little moment where they're writing each other notes on the little pad in the show, but I just feel like it would have been so much better if he wasn't. And that kid, I think, to his credit, he did a great job.
Yeah.
I think he played the character very well. And that's a really, touching moment within that episode. But I don't understand that. And then I noticed, I think it's Tommy's wife or fiance in Jacksonville, I think, or Jackson Hole. They race swapped her, and it's fine. It's not a big deal, but it's like, why? Like,
yeah.
I just don't. Some of these decisions, I don't feel like it adds to anything.
That's like, the other thing too. As a person of color,
tell me, please.
It's kind of like, not to get like political or anything, but it's kind of pandering.
Yeah.
It's just you're just doing it to do it. Like, you're not. It doesn't really take away from the story or anything, but like, you're just checking some boxes. So I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't see it as like, oh my gosh, like, this is the greatest thing ever in cinema. Thank you, or whatever, in media. Thank you for doing that. It's just kind of like, you're just doing it to try and get that reaction out of us as like, oh, thank you for doing that. But did the opposite, at least for me and my brother, we're both mixed, and so we kind of both caught that. We're like, I mean, cool, whatever, but it doesn't, like, I don't feel gratification from it or anything like that. So I agree with you on that as well.
Thanks for tuning in to this clip from the Gamecite Chronicles podcast. You can tune in new episodes every week, Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a rating on your favorite podcast platform. And until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online.